Hey guys, what's up? Angrentv with another Path of Exile 2 Stormweaver build guide, and today I want to show you my cast and shock, cast and crit Spark build. So you recently discovered my normal Spark cast and shock build, and I now enhance it with cast and crit and also got crit into this build, and it is pretty good. It clears really well and it melts enemies really well. Let's gonna talk about our cast on crit. As you can see, I have 328 spirit. So this is the reason why I can socket all of my spirit gems in it. I can socket into it cast and shock, Archmage, cast and crit, Crim Feast, and even mana remnants, and I have blink on my second slot. I also did test out the combo with blasphemy and also charge infusion. I will come to that later, but it isn't that good. So I enable this with a simple trick to just get a scepter in your offhand. Yeah, you will lose either the unique shield Tuxachel, Machwatl, where you can stack up your mana or your rarity, or a rare shield with good stats, but it was the only way, so I get this cast and grid setup working. So we will get up to 70% increased spirit. You can actually get up to 90%, I think. And we also have 41 to max mana. Finally, you want to have this with the Omen Scepter. It is, I think, that will give you the Malice buff. Malice buff will apply critical weakness every 0.66 second for 4 seconds, and critical weakness multiplies the base crit chance, which is a huge crit chance bonus, and that will really boost the damage. These scepters are really expensive. They're at least 2 to 3 divine, so I have a normal one, and they also have more strength requirements, so make sure that you will have some strength on your gear. So as I said, we will discuss now which scams I did take now with the setup. It is still work in progress, so the things could still change from video to video. So the things that stayed the same was the Sigil of Power, nothing special. Spark, I also got Arcane Tempo, Inspiration, Acceleration, and also Overcharge. Overcharge is really good for our magnitude of shocks for our lightning conduit. I also got Orb of Storms. I tested out with Electrocute because I tried our power charge setup with my Combat Frenzy and also Charge Infusion. It kinda worked, but not really well for bosses, and so yeah, I scrapped the idea and I will change my Orb of Storms. Don't know if I will change it out with my Mana Tempest or I will just get something other in it. But you can basically take some crit nodes and yeah, some overbanding, so you can cast it a second time. So for cast and shock, it stayed kind of the same. Lightning conduit with impeders, elemental focus, and also concentrated effect. For the last socket, you can take execute. So someone in my PE thread wrote that your considered casting only works when you self-cast your cast. So this won't work for your cast and shock setup. You can also write down in the comments down below if you test it out and know it better, and it will work. Take execute in the 6th slot. For Archmage, take clarity as also lightning mastery. And for a cast and crit setup now, currently I have Arc. You can also switch this out with other spells. You can get like commit into it, a second lightning conduit setup. Maybe also ball lightning, something. You can really switch around with this and play around with this. I felt that Arc is really good here because I will actually use it to apply our exposure, so I won't need our Orb of Storms with lightning exposure, strip away, and energy retention. You can also get chain when they fix Arc. I hope they will fix it by the end of the week. That would be really amazing, and then we are even better. And actually, Arc has a really great single target. It is the multi-target where Arc really lacks. And for next game, Crim Feast, then conductivity with some hex bloom, then hidden curses, and also focus curse. Then also blink, but on your second setup, the second weapon slot, because you don't have enough build for it on your first slot, and also take your conductivity for your second weapon set. And mana remnants, you can get it on your first set. You will switch out mana remnants for your malice. I don't know if malice will take 30 or 60 reservation. You need to check this out, and if it's a curse, you will also need to take your Whispers of Doom, but I don't think it's just a debuff. So now, how we did get also more crit chance nodes on our skill tree. So I kinda respect my skill tree a bit. So I did take some crit nodes with it. I did take the sudden escalation where you will get crit chance with your spells. You can also take the critical overload where you will get even more critical for spells, and I also spec into this cluster here for the Chuckler, where we will get more increased critical strike damage bonus, and we can go up even to Deadly Force, where we'll get more crit chance and also more damage after we dealt a critical strike in the past second. And we also did take Controlling Magic, where we will get more critical hit chance for our spells, and we also have reduced critical hit chance against us. Also take like the Desensitization here and some other crit node. Just look that you build up some crit nodes. For the beginning, you can also take Careful Assassin, and for your Anoint, you can still take your Spreading Shocks, where you will spread your shocks to your enemies, but the best one would be the Lucky Hit node, the Lucky Lightning node. Lightning damage with non-critical hits is lucky. As you can see, lucky things are rolled twice and the better result used, so it will roll twice. So if you attack, you didn't crit, then it will count again, and if you will crit, then it will count as a crit. So this is really great, but it's really expensive right now. 2 Isolation, 1 Suffering. I think Isolation something like 2 to 3 Divine, and you can also take your Endless Circuit. This one I want to test it out, but you have to allocate really many passive points for it. An option would be if you can get this one or the Jewel Circle with the very large raiders, but I think won't be enough. It would also be an option to skill to the Jewel Socket down here, and then you will get the unique Jewel Socket that will give you this Endless Sursuit node. So, and for the rest of the passive tree, the things kind of stayed the same. We still got our Mana Blessing, we got our combination of Mind over Matter with our DI, and all of the other nodes, Branching Bolts, and we also scaled our Magnitude. We also scaled our chance to shock and our shock magnitude, and I got the Adorn. So this is a really nice tool. 27% increased effect of Jewel Socket passive skills containing corrupted magic jewels. So this can basically go up to 100%, but this would be really expensive. The 27 one cost me around 1 div, so it wasn't that expensive, but you can get away better if you have more currency. And I tried to take my shock magnitude and also chance to shock on all of my jewels. As you can see here, I got increased chance to shock and also 60% increased magnitude of shock we inflict. I also got another one with increased critical hit chance, some int as our corruption, increased chance to shock and also magnitude of shock, and also increased magnitude of damaging ailments. So this one is really good. I think I got it for 15x. It's far more worth. And with that, you can really scale your lightning conduit to crazy amounts of numbers. So try to get more jewel socket here and also down here, because they're basically multiplying your damage. So this is also really fun. Get the Adorn, because our lightning conduit will scale with our shock effect on enemy, as it says 100% more damage with hits per 5% shock effect on enemy. So the more shock magnitude we have, the better it is. So, and for your gear, you will try to get crit chance on your helmet. I didn't have it right now because it will be really expensive. You can also still get a spirit as your corruption on your helmet. Then you will have even more spirit, so you can look at maybe something other and play with some crazy things around. Or the other things, they stayed mostly the same. So still try to get chance to shock on your one, increase lightning damage, level of all lightning spell, heals mana, regeneration rate, and some cast speed. Also for your rings, try to max your resistance with also your gloves and your boots. And you will also kind of need strength on your either gloves or boots or something, or maybe your helmet or your rings, because you will need a scepter with 60 strength, and also Malice needs 57 strength, so you will also need more strength. Just get it on one of your gear pieces. So currently, as I said, I got dexterity on my gloves and on my ring, because I tried out the combat frenzy and charge infusion. The problem was that you won't generate that many charges on the bosses. You can still test it out for your mapping setup with your resonance, where you will convert your frenzy charges to power charges. Maybe I will better go back, or no, I will need to try it out more there. But basically, other than that, try to scale your max mana, your energy shield, and some rarity on your gear, and also try to maximize your rest. And this was all you need. And for your belt, get your Insanity if you have more currency, and also a Dream Fragments on your ring. And then you will be fine, and try to scale your crit chance a bit. I hope I could give you a cool little update for a cast and crit setup for your Spark cast and crit and cast and shock setup. It is really good. It makes a lot of damage, and you can play up until the end game with it. So if you like this video, please leave a like and subscribe. and also write down your opinions or some questions in the comments down below, and I would appreciate a lot for a subscription. And until the next video, bye.